Mr. Advani, if you were to bring this down to the one major issue that helped you win this election, what would you call that one major issue? Price rise or a farmers' rebellion?
I think that the UPA government and its leadership will be indulging in a kind of a delusion, deluding themselves, if they think that it is local factors only that have brought about this verdict. The Karnataka result has a lot to do with the condition of farmers in general. It has a lot to do with the government's total inability to control the prices, to hold inflation in leash. And it has also a lot to do with the fact that on the terrorist front, they seem soft and wavering and vacillating. All these three factors have contributed to the Karnataka verdict.
So is your agenda for the 2009 general elections, therefore, ready in a way to, in a manner of speaking?
In a way, all these three issues that I have just mentioned, we have been using them in all the earlier assembly elections. And it is for the Congress party to introspect. One election after another continuously. So many elections they have lost. And now when they have lost even Karnataka in this manner, it's certainly something for them to ponder over.
Mr. Advani, there's always been this little personal comparison between you as the Prime Ministerial candidate of the BJP and let's say Rahul Gandhi, who could be the future Prime Minister. How would you see now that the comparison on campaigning and finally the delivery of results is concerned, how would you say that this reflects on the Congress?
I have never commented in the past on this particular issue, and I do not want to comment, except to say that Karnataka is one more example of how, if there are two adversarial parties and one of them has a campaign which is sharply focused, not only in terms of issues but even in terms of leadership, and the other doesn't have a focused campaign, how it is at a disadvantage. I can from personal experience tell you that when only a little while ago when we were thinking in terms of the Himachal assembly elections, there was a very healthy discussion within the party, should we project a leader or not? Or should we have both our accepted leaders in the state go to the polls without declaring anyone as the leader? There would be an advantage of caste if we do that. And so we can decide after the elections. But the party, after due consideration, felt that it is not fair either to the people or even to the party. Just as the electorate in every democracy expects a party to give its manifesto before the elections. Similarly, they expect every party to tell the electors who will be the leader, who is the leader. And in this election also, I first felt when one of the leaders of Karnataka, who was acting as the governor of a state, when he was called back and asked to go to Karnataka, I thought that the Congress has decided, and I thought wisely, that they have decided upon a leader who might be able to inspire greater confidence there. But then I found that no, that was not the approach. And all that they did was to put up posters in which his face also appeared along with half a dozen other leaders. And then I started thinking about it. And I felt that this is an unfortunate result of most political parties becoming prisoners of the casteist psyche. They think that votes are cast only on the basis of caste. So if we have 5 different leaders belonging to different communities and castes, we will get more votes. Not realizing that an unfocused campaign is a big handicap, whereas a focused campaign, as we conducted, is a great advantage. And I can tell you that it is not only about Karnataka, even our experience in Himachal was identical.
Mr. Advani, many in the Congress would like to put this down as a loss because the Congress had some problems at the state level. But do you think this is a referendum of the leadership at the center, Sonia Gandhi or Dr. Manmohan Singh?
No, I don't think so. I do not want to jump to conclusions on the basis of Karnataka. All that I can say is that so far as Karnataka is concerned, Karnataka has given greater confidence to the BJP and to all other partners we have in the NDA that in the coming Lok Sabha elections, after having seen the functioning of the UPA for the last 4.5 years, and having earlier seen how the NDA functioned for 6 years, there need be no doubt that the tendency of the country and its electorate would be to give the NDA a fresh mandate.
Mr. Advani, one last question that everybody wants to ask. What is the model that the BJP is going to follow henceforth in elections? In Gujarat, there was the development plank, but there was a temptation to go back to Sohrabuddin versus Afzal Guru. In Karnataka, you've stuck to the basic dal roti issues of the people, urban infrastructure, lives of people in general. Which is the model that the BJP finds best suited in today's day and age?
Depends upon the situation at the point of time when the elections are held. I remember that when we fought the elections in 2003 of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, and we raised these issues of prices and raised the issues of development and roads and Bijli, and someone mentioned to me that in this election you have won because of BSP. I said, what, BSP? BSP was not there at all. Then he said, I mean Bijli, Sadak, Pani. And I said, yes, that's correct. That's correct. So it all depends upon what is the issue in a given state. And therefore, if at a point of time something comes up, I remember that even in Karnataka, I did refer to the attack on the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. I did refer to it. But that did not mean that we were going back to this or that. Similarly, so far as the Gujarat election is concerned, had it not been for the kind of very vitriolic attack on Narendra Modi, of the kind that was made by our adversaries, maybe in that election, development and his achievements on various welfare fronts would have been the principal issue.
Mr. Advani, finally, is this something that you already have in the bag? Is there something about the next stage that worries you? Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, all BJP ruled states where you'll be up against anti-incumbency in a big way. What are the challenges ahead?
About 6-8 months back, I was worried. Today, as things are developing, I think we will be able to get a renewed mandate as we got in Gujarat. And even this very generic phrase of anti-incumbency, our analysis is that it is not necessarily anti-government. It is more often than not anti-MP or anti-MLA, or sometimes even anti-minister. So those things have to be borne in mind while deciding your candidates.
Thank you so much for joining us on Times Now. That was Mr. LK Advani, clearly a very happy man, a very satisfied man, but also preparing for the challenges ahead. Navika Kumar in New Delhi for Times Now.